Do you find that your eyes water? Mine
Yes.
eyes water.
Oh my gosh.
When you like holding a pose, because you have to keep your eyes open.
If I did a staring competition, I would definitely. It's so bad. This morning as well. Like,
I know. We always, my sister and I do, and you're waiting there, and then you don't want to blink because you don't want the like frame to be of you blinking. But we are live. Hello, Katie.
Hi, Seri. How are you?
Good. If you're joining us, we were just having a long conversation about how much more tan I am than Kate.
Yeah, basically, I look like Casper. Just saying.
Can you just show us? Can you show us the different levels of Casper?
We can, but enough people here because it's quite entertaining.
Yeah, there's the people are hopping on here. Show us your Casper levels.
Yeah, we got different levels here. This is normal. That is interesting. That's the best one. This is
that one's the struggle.
This is not great. This is really not great. That's also not great. Not doing me any favors. That's also quite bad, guys. It's actually shocking. I need a tan. Seri is definitely beating me, so I've just decided to turn my light
off. Hello, everybody from Casper and I. You can see which one has been. You can see which one's been in summer and which one hasn't. But in December or January, we'll have this conversation again, Kate, and then we'll see the roles reversed.
No, but Seri, I'm telling you now. Like I've come to terms with the fact that I ain't going to get a tan. It's just this is going to be.
But you'll have much better skin than me. My skin is damaged.
Okay, this is true. Thanks. That's giving me a little bit of something.
There we go.
Oh, there's a few folk about. Hello, team.
There's so many people.
Yay! How amazing, guys! For those of you who know me and who's part of the internal Jeff family, you will know I have my gem squash on the stove. Everyone laughs at my gem squashing vibes because I basically make gem squash like all the time.
Why?
Literally, it's amazing.
You just love gem squash.
Yeah, how weird.
That's very weird.
My little gem squash on the stove. When we used to do like late nights on Zoom calls, everyone would laugh at me because I always was cooking gem squash. And let me tell you, it's quite difficult to get it right. So
you can't get gem squash here.
Well, there we go. You see now you know.
I'm missing out on the gem squash. My sister grew it in her garden and they were so excited because they had gem squash, but you can't get it here in the stores.
They're amazing.
Amazing.
Taryn just said she was just about to ask if your gem squash was on the. See, Yvonne, you love gem squash. Who doesn't, guys? It's darn delish. Jess is here. Haha, put the gem down. The gems are down. Team, welcome. I'm so excited. Seri and I haven't had a chit chat in a long time.
I know. And also, I don't like doing traditional chit chats. Like Kate said, Seri, you coming on for a chit chat with me? And I said, okay, but it has to be different. Because I don't like the traditional chit chats. I like I don't know why, but I'm in this whole thing, Kate. We my sister and I are busy filming for our Vibe with Your Tribe round 2, and each week we have a new theme, and this time all the themes are different. And it took us so long to decide and be happy on our themes because we really have done it once, knew what we wanted to do. Yeah. And on one of our weeks, the theme is called Process, Not Product. And we've been diving into that quite deeply about how we are consistently wanting to be at the final version of ourselves or at the final product or be able to fit into this pair of pants or be able to fit into this. And then sometimes we are so fixated on the final product that we forget about the process and the steps that you have to take in order to get there. And I realized that the Jeff Seri and Seri in real life, I like to consistently be talking about the processes. And so for me, I sometimes myself fixate on the product. But when you said we wanted to come live, I said, well, we know what we want to speak about. We want to speak about everything that's going on at Jeff and different competitions and what you can win and everything else. But at the same time, I feel like there's so much power in vulnerability and there's so much power in people seeing that we are also real people and people seeing that we have real struggles. And oftentimes, if I didn't know you, Kate, and I had to see you on the other side of the screen and I was brand new to Jeff, and I saw you, my initial thought would be blonde. Like, let's just talk completely judgmental. Like, this is how you would be judged if I didn't know you. Casper, we'd go with Casper.
Jasper.
But we'd go blonde, gorgeous, super skinny, super fit, like so happy, life all together, like perfect, like perfection. That's how, like, if I didn't know you, like, I would be judging you. And we've spoken about it multiple times on the Jeff platform. We've spoken about how we shouldn't be judging books by the cover, and we need to make sure that we're not ever comparing ourselves to other people, because you never know what other people are going through. And at the moment, Kate, we're speaking about 20, what are we talking about? 2020 you.
2020 you, yes.
And now let's talk about the current 2021, like how we're getting to the end of the year right now, and it's very easy for us to say the year is just over, it's defeated, let me just start again in the new year. Speak to us about what your 2021 has looked like, because from the outside, without knowing you and everything else, it looks like you have had the best year. You're one of the lead instructors. You're doing all these cool things with Jeff. You look fit, you look healthy, you look happy. But I mean, I can't swear on Jeff, but that's complete rubbish, actually. And you are fit, you are healthy, but I'd like you to be able to open up and share your story a little bit with the Jeff community, because I know we haven't done this yet.
Yeah, thanks. So I'm going to try and not get over too emotional.
You're allowed to get emotional, Kate, because there's so much power in vulnerability, honestly, and we ask people to be vulnerable with us all the time.
Yeah. So, it's probably been the hardest year of my life, actually. A few people would have seen, and a few people have messaged me about obviously my surname changing. And I'm sure people have put two and two together. But at the beginning of the year, my ex-husband and I decided to split up. And it's been the most difficult thing I've ever been through in my life, because we had so much promise and so much hope and excitement and dreams. And you stand in front of this person on your wedding day and you vow these things, and you know that you vow these things and you mean everything so deeply, and you're going to have kids with them, and that's your person, and you found your person. You can't believe how lucky you are. And for whatever reason, we just couldn't get it right, and we tried for 2.5 years. Been going for marriage counseling for over 1.5 years, all while Jeff was happening during the live sessions, and it's been really hard, and I lost a lot of myself in that time. I lost a lot of myself in the last 3.5 years, and amongst all of the pain and the sadness and the loneliness and the confusion and the heartache, because it breaks your heart. Jeff's been my saving grace. It really has. The people at Jeff, that work at Jeff, but everyone here, and everyone that's hopefully online comments. But you guys don't realize how much you impact our lives, and how you change our lives, and you've changed my life, and you have given love and light and support when I've really needed it. And when I go live, I can forget everything else, and I can just be, and I can encourage and motivate and inspire. And that is, for me, what Jeff is all about. I've been able to connect with people that I've never met, and people that I have met, and people that are all over the world. And in a time where I genuinely didn't think that I would be okay. I genuinely thought that my whole world was over. And it's not over, and I'm going to be okay. And I'm finding that I feel more like Kate than I have in probably 5 years. And a lot of that's to do with Jeff and this amazing community that don't even know you guys, the support you give us. And yeah, I haven't obviously spoken about this publicly. Siri and I chat, and I just thought it would be a good time to do that, because I also think sometimes we think that instructors or coaches, that we are perfect or we've got all our stuff together, and let me tell you, we don't. We really don't. But I am happy and I'm finding my way, and I have found what I really feel like I was meant to do, and that is to be here with all of you and to help change your life. So yeah, so that's a very long-winded answer.
No, but you know what, Kate, like I think it's so important because people don't know, like, coming live every single day is the biggest blessing, and it's also extremely difficult. If you're having a bad day, I mean, I've said it before, like there have been times where Jeremy and I have had full-on huge full-blown arguments, like literally like seething, and then I'm like, cool, I have to go live and I have to put on a smile and I have to pretend that I love this guy in the background. And it's not always easy, but normally at the end of that 30 minutes, like, we are in a much better place, and afterwards we've like cooled down because of all the love that comes our way from the people that are joining us every single day. And I feel like you've gone through some of the hardest times, and there's definitely been probably 6 a.m. workouts where you've woken up and you've had puffy eyes, and it's been one of the last things that you felt like doing. But I'm guessing that at the end of that 30 minutes, your cup has felt completely different than what it was when you started.
There's so many times, and I laugh with Lee, because there are times, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that about 30 seconds before live, we go, woof. Like, how are we going to do this? There have been nights that I haven't slept, where I've cried myself to sleep, and it's not for people to feel sorry for me. It's just the way that you got to go through the process, and it's a grieving process. And you go live, and as you go live and that first comment comes through, it's like everything else around you becomes a blur. And that's what I love. And that's why when I always go in my classes, give me a comment, give me a word, give me something. That's how I thrive. And that is how I get through it. And those 30 minutes are my favorite time of the day, whether it's 6 a.m. or 8 a.m. It is the best thing. And some days it's really hard, but when it starts, it's just like for you guys, whether you're having a really bad day or whatever life's going on, you just forget. And that's the magic of for me, the magic of Jeff is that you can forget and you can connect and you can feel like a completely different person no matter what's going on. It's just, I've lost my doggies as well, and Seri knows about the dog situation, and that's also, it's like not having your kids, and I've had a lot of loss, but I've also gained a hang of a lot. And I've said it before, but I really don't know, Seri, like this year, what I would have done without having Jeff.
Well, and that's what I want to bring it back to, because it's the same with us as well, like with what we've gone through this year and what we continue to go through. There's so many people. This is what I've realized, is that you would know this too, because you're going through this. Like, with deep loss comes deep loneliness, to be honest. And the life that we're living at the moment, this virtual world, especially where we have COVID and people are unable to meet up, and we are stuck from being able to like, I can't see my dad still, like hopefully soon, but in this world that is extremely lonely, like, how healing Jeff has been for me and continues to be for me, and how healing it is for you on a daily basis, is that it's not just about the exercise. The exercise is amazing, but it's about everything else that comes with being in a community. And what I want to challenge people on today, because we want to actually also speak about what Jeff is offering at the moment, but why we wanted to speak about this is because if you are one of those that are like kind of involved in Jeff, but not really, or you're struggling with deep loneliness, or you're going through something tricky in your life, or you know, you actually do have big goals and you don't know how on earth you're going to achieve them. That's where I am right now. Like, I have these big goals and like I don't know how the hell I'm going to achieve them, like physically. Like right now I'm like, I cannot physically do this alone. Like I need the help. Like Jeff is the best place for you because it's not just about you and me and the instructors on the screen. Like it's everyone else. Those accountability groups are ridiculous, like ridiculous. And there's so much love coming through here for you, Kate. There is so much love. And people are saying they're crying with you.
But you know what the other thing to say as well is that there's a what I've had to acknowledge is that loneliness can actually be so silencing and deafening, like in your own space. And for me, Jeff, it's almost not about the exercise. It's so much, it's been so much more than that. You know, in COVID, sitting alone, like not having animals or not having anyone to chat to or come home to, but you've got these thousands and thousands of people that are all dotted all over the world, and they've got one common thread, and that's Jeff, and that connection. And it's insane if you think about that and what it can do for people. And you're so right in that it's just such an opportunity if you haven't really allowed it to help you and guide you, what it can do for you, because that's what there's so much opportunity you don't even know it.
Exactly.
It's just about like putting your foot forward and being like, okay, I'm going to try, I'm going to see, and you have no idea what it could be unless you go, and you just got actually almost so like much. It's like the skydiving thing, like, just jump, just go, because the feeling and what you can experience and accomplish and the relationships you can make and the person you can become, you don't know until you just put yourself out there, and the rest could literally be history. It's true. Just
and also then coming back to the whole, like, my mantra at the moment, which is process not product, coming back to that is that
what mine is, Seri, is mine progress not perfection. How weirdly similar is that?
So similar. And you know that both actually speak about the same thing. They speak about the fact that if we fixate ourselves on what the final product is, we actually are going to miss vital steps in able to get there. And when I look at Jeff, I actually look at Jeff as a process, not product, like actual company, because it's wanting you to meet yourself where you are at, and where I'm at and where you are at are completely different. We're two instructors speaking the same messages, working for exactly the same company, but where I am right now in my process and where you are in different phases of our lives are now completely different. Like in personal life as well as in our like exercise life, if I try and meet myself in the final product where Kate is exercise right now, I'm only going to be disappointed. And if I try and go into a challenge like strength challenge 3 right now, like I'm going to only be even more disappointed, because right now where I'm at and where I'm supposed to meet myself is not strength 3. Where I'm supposed to meet myself on a physical is probably in the one-on-one program with a coach that is guiding me and giving me all the tools that I need. Where a year ago, Seri was in a completely different place. I didn't need the one-on-one coach. I needed strength-based 3. Like, our journeys take us along these like different troughs and mountains. And I feel like oftentimes we compare ourselves to others, but also oftentimes we want to meet ourselves at the final product and we forget about the baby steps of the processes. And so why I want to speak about that is because I want to also let everyone know that we have something for everyone at Jeff. Like, we have all the building blocks, and something even bigger is coming with Jeff, but which we can't speak about. But like we are going to build on these building blocks of process, not product. And that's where we are aligned right now, of how do we help you thrive by putting you in the right process of where you need to be to where you want to become. And so, Kate, let's speak about those little processes that we have at Jeff right now. Like number one, we have our amazing live classes. What's happening tomorrow?
Guys, we're Super Test Me Tuesday tomorrow, and in the 6 o'clock, the 7 o'clock, and the 8 o'clock. Okay, you need to be there and comment, tag a friend in the comments, a friend that you feel will either benefit from a challenge or doing the one-on-one, and that person could win, as I said, a free challenge pass or a month on the one-on-one. So it's a gift to someone else. I think it's amazing. But you need to be there live. You need to be commenting. We got our 6, we got our 7, we got our 8. And it's such an incredible opportunity to give back. I think it's one of the big things that we love doing at Jeff is to give back. And to be part of someone's journey is such a rewarding feeling. So please be there. Super Test Me Tuesday. Comment, give a friend shout out, and that friend could be the lucky winner. So that's happening tomorrow, which is incredible.
And yeah, in our live workouts, Kate, we actually have like mini crews in our live workouts as well. And like, I'm encouraging someone to actually stay consistent in a crew, like to be able to get to know your instructor, to be able to have the instructor get to know you, get to know other people. Like there's people that started with me in my 6 a.m. crew when I first started that are still with me now, like that have been doing every single workout. I know them. I know all about their family. They all know about me. But then everyone else in that crew that has come along the way has like, they've become friends. Like so I'm challenging you that if you are, because everyone has to join a live somewhere in the week essentially. And so pick a crew, like pick a side, like join one of our live instructors, find an instructor that works with you. I'm very aware that there are people that can't handle me as an instructor. I just rub them. I just rub them.
Same for me.
I rub them the wrong way, like completely. Like they find my like energy annoying. They find, and I'm like, I'm completely okay with that, because if you don't like my personality, there are like 8 to 10 other instructors that you will love their personality. There are other people that might not necessarily love your personality and it just doesn't work with them. But so for me, I'm like, find the instructor that you feel gives you the most, like you get the most out of them. And then stick with them, stick with their crew and get to know them. Allow them to become your family.
Yeah, and there's the amount of support and encouragement on those groups is insane.
Insane.
I mean, but again, it's like, I always say it's like Jeff is this massive family, and then you have smaller families within a family.
Exactly.
It's like those Russian dolls. What are they called? You know?
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Whatever they're called. It's exactly like that. And it's amazing. And yeah, again, my 6 a.m. crew, there are people there that have been with me now for almost a year, and they don't go. And
it's the best. It's the best.
And you see their names come up and your heart melts. You just like, oh yeah, you know, there's Sancho, whoever it is. So it's amazing. So that is tomorrow. I really hope that you're all going to be there. You've got, again, anytime, guys, we cater for everyone. That's the thing as well.
Well, let's talk about the series of the world right now. The ones that like right now I have a big goal. Like I'm struggling, I'm breastfeeding, I'm struggling to like lose weight that I want to lose. I'm struggling to stay on course with my nutrition. I'm struggling to work out by myself, whereas usually that's like my greatest strength. I need help, and I need like a coach. What about the people in the world that are like the series of the world right now? They have these big goals and they're just struggling to do it alone. They're struggling to do it in like a live class. What do we have right now, Kate, that's for like the series of the world, the people that have the big goals and need the big accountability?
Okay, so team, we've got 20% off if you sign up for 3 months. Now, there are 90 days until Christmas. Just saying. 90.
It's nuts. It's
crazy. Okay, so this takes you all the way to Christmas. In my view, it is the only option. If you like 100%, you should be doing the 90 days. And then there's 25% off if you're just wanting to do 1 month. But guys, the key thing here, and I've said it before, I personally think people don't sign up for the one-on-one
to do 1 month
because actually they are almost scared of succeeding. I know that sounds weird, but we're so hard on ourselves. We're so judgmental. We self-sabotage so quickly that we'd rather just go, oh, well, you know, I probably won't do it. So I'm just not even going to try.
Well, isn't it? What about that? It's that quote of our greatest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our greatest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure.
Exactly. But it's the fear of, if you feel like you, for the last little while particularly, have felt like you failed in so many different areas of your life, you just don't back yourself that you can actually get something right. But that's the beauty of the one-on-one. You're not alone. Guys, these coaches are incredible and they genuinely care. And that's something that I think that we always need to go back to. Your coach is someone in your corner every single day. Every single day. They're a totally third random party. They don't know you yet. they get to know you, they're going to push you, they're going to guide you, they're going to motivate you, they're going to care for you. It's like a genie in a bottle, or it's just this person that is with you every step of the way. And in my view, is what makes the one-on-one so magical, and what really gives the difference is you've got that accountability partner, but that support every single day. So I was a coach, and I loved coaching. The amount
So did I.
that I met, the people that I met, Kelly, like the people that come into my head, Gerard, Kelly, and they say stuff like, I got my life back. I got my life back. That in itself is all worth it. And that
100%.
could be you in 3 months' time. And I think that's what's to hold on to. Stop overthinking it. You can do it. You won't even recognize yourself. And I'm not just talking about physically by Christmas time. Progress, not perfection. Take the leap of faith. Walk the journey with someone who is desperate to walk the journey with you. There are so many coaches here right now that are happy to answer any questions. But team, honestly, you've got 25% off 1 month, 20% off 3 months, which I genuinely think is the better option, because it takes you just to Christmas, 90 days. And then you are, it sounds cliche, but you are basically giving yourself a head start for the new year, for next year, because
also, Kate, I feel like
building block.
But also, I feel like when you get to this random, like October, like we're heading into October now, I feel like it's very easy to say. It's like the same as when you're having a bad day. Like if I'm having a bad day with like nutrition, or I haven't got my workout in or whatever, it's very easy as the day progresses for me to just say, let's just write off the day. Like the day is written off, like let's just go again tomorrow. Whereas I stop myself and I'm like, no, it's never too late to turn your day around. Like even if it's 10 p.m., I get a good dinner or I get my workout in, and it literally turns my entire day around to where I go to sleep and I feel amazing. I feel good. I've got energy. I'm like, yes, I'm so proud of myself. I did that. I feel like this October, November, December, this like last kind of quarter of the year, I feel like is that very tricky place where people are like, let me just write off the year. I've already been unhealthy the rest of this year. Like Christmas is coming. Like I've already like I don't have my life together. Like it's too late to turn the year around. And this is why we're talking about 2020 you, is that we want you to realize that it is never too late to turn your year around. It is never too late. And I just feel like, why wait to do something in January that you can do in October, to be honest? And that kind of brings us into the challenges that we have now as well, Kate, which there's so many of them. There are so many epic ones, and there's something for everyone over your head here. We've spoken to these before, but this is for me, like personally, where I'm at right now, a challenge isn't actually the best place for me. I joined this last month's challenge and it was good, but I needed more. I needed that one-on-one. But go, Kate.
I was going to say, I think it's so important, because I know it's really easy, everyone, to get caught up in the excitement of challenges, and I get it. But you need to take a step back and take a minute and reflect and assess as to what's best for you. Not the person next to you, not the person in a crew group, not your neighbor. What is best for you? And maybe a challenge isn't best for you, like Seri's saying now. For her, a challenge isn't where she's at. For me, a challenge probably would be best for me. And that's cool. We're all different. We're all different places. Don't get caught up in the excitement of a challenge if you think that maybe you need a little bit more.
Or a little bit less. Like I feel like there also are some people that maybe none of it is good of it for them this month. They just need to go back to live classes. Like there are some people that have done like 4 or 5 challenges in a row. They've done the one-on-one program. Like I feel like it's both ends of the spectrum. Like either just not joining in because you just disqualify yourself before you even get going, or you are jumping in and just doing what all your friends are doing because it's exciting, or you are really looking introspectively and choosing what's right for you. Or you need to take a step back and be like, cool, I've done a lot. Like maybe I need 2 or 3 weeks or 3 or 4 weeks where I just do my live classes and I stay with my Jeff life. Like I feel like you have to be doing what's right for you and where you are in your journey process, where you are in your process.
And always striving for progress. It doesn't matter whether it's on the one-on-one, whether it's on a challenge, whether it's just doing live classes. Don't be so hard on yourself. If you're only doing 3 sessions a week, that's okay. If you're just starting, you're coming back from COVID or an injury or whatever, it's okay. don't be so hard. We're so hard on ourselves. We're so self-critical about everything in our life. Jeff is not a place of being critical. Jeff is a place of being supportive, of connection, of wanting everyone to thrive. And I think that's really important. We want each other to thrive, both internally at Jeff, everyone in the community. And when we see it, it makes everything worth it. Let me tell you, and Seri will know, waking up at 4:45 in the morning is early. And it's going on. But when I see and feel people and get feedback that people are feeling stronger and they're feeling more energized and they're feeling happier, it's just magic. And it's what you can get in whatever avenue you choose on this next part of your journey. So yeah, team, big thing is reflect on what is next and best for you and hold on to that and stop being so scared. Take the little leap of faith and you will not recognize the person you are in a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. You can genuinely, I mean, I've seen comments coming through, you can get your life back. And that's what you are.
100%. And you know, it's like, once again, I have to come back to the fact that regardless of what you decide to join in on, like, it's going to be so much more than exercise for you. Like, if you look at each of the challenges this month, what I'm most proud about for each of the challenges this month is that the challenges are so specific as to what they are focusing on, like not just exercise, but the other themes that are coming through. Like, you know, when we're talking about strength, they're looking at the strength internally as well as the strength externally. We're looking at mindset in all of these challenges. We're looking at, you know, with Bex and my challenge, we're going into love languages. We're going into process not product. We're going into resistance. We're going into, there's so many things that we're going into, and the other instructors are as well, that I'm also challenging you that if you're looking at a challenge that you think will like really work for you, don't just look at the exercise, look at the other messages of who the instructors are and what they're going to be looking at as well, because we speak about it often, but you can have, and Kate, this comes back to the beginning of how we started this. Externally, you can look fantastic. You can look amazing. You can be in the best shape of your life. You can be fit. You can be skinny. You can be healthy on the external. But if there's something wrong internally, it doesn't matter how you are looking externally, you're not going to be happy. And so I want people to understand as well, like, it's working inside out. Like, it really is.
And I think, I mean, again, with the challenges now, if I even look at mine and Louis, we've chosen themes that we've genuinely, both on a personal level, have used or struggled with in the last 12 months. Discipline, confidence, balance, those 3 things have been integral for both of us in different ways. And that's why we've chosen them, because we feel that they're really important and that they matter. And it's so much more, as you say, than just what's happening on the exercise front. And it's super important as well, when you're going into a challenge, to commit to that.
100%.
The more, it's one of those things, the more you put in, the more you're going to get out. Go in and say, I'm going to give this everything. Same with the one-on-one. I'm going to give this everything I flip and have. And that is where you will see the most change happen and feel the most change. So yeah, I'm so excited. And you can't go wrong, team. You can't go wrong. But the only wrong choice you can make is not making one.
Exactly. And so we wanted to come on here. We wanted to share a little bit of, you know, what Kate has been going through, to be vulnerable with our community and honest with our community, because there's so much power in it. Because if you are struggling right now, I can guarantee you that you are not struggling alone. Let me tell you that much. Like, whether you're struggling with getting back into exercise, whether you're struggling with, you know, divorce, whether you're struggling with loneliness, regardless of what you're struggling with, I promise you there's somebody else in this community that is struggling with the exact same thing. And we don't want you to struggle alone. Like, we want you to thrive with people that want to thrive with you. And so we wanted to come on here to say that there is so much going on with Jeff, and we don't want you to miss out. And we don't want you to say, sorry, this year is done. Like, we want you to say, no, like, let's allow yourself to turn your year around, or to finish your year strong. Like, finish the year strong. Like, come and join a 45-day challenge that takes you up until the end of November. Come and join one of these 21-day challenges. Join 3 months on the one-on-one where you can get 30% discount, but it can take you all the way to Christmas. Like, we just want you to be able to look internally, work on yourself internally, externally, but have people around you to support you. And we, Kate and I, want to say that we are here for you for every step of the way. Like, you know, always, like, we are here. You can DM us. You can DM any one of the other coaches in the Jeff team. If you're ever having a tough day, I can guarantee that one of us or one of our coaches can relate to you, that they are having or have had the same tough day. And we just want to tell you that we love you guys. Someone is saying, Kate, that James squash, we got to get to that James squash.
No, I'm just letting it soak, guys. It's soaking. I haven't put the stove on. I've learned it's just soaking. Thank you very much for the concern. But yeah, and I think as well, I also want to say thank you. I'm incredibly grateful, and I have a lot of gratitude to everyone. The comments, when you guys come to my workouts, the random little DMs I get, the WhatsApps, they genuinely make my day, and it has allowed me to get through genuinely some of the darkest times of my life. And I really am incredibly grateful. And that is why, like Seri said, I want to give back, and I will always want to give back. And it's always about you guys. And it's, how do we help you? How do we make your life easier? And how do we make you believe that you can do more than you think you can?
100%.
And it's, we're just super excited, and just take a leap of faith on yourself more than anything. And we're here every step of the way.
And join us tomorrow, Tuesday, 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m. Tag a friend that you think would really, really like benefit from one-on-one program or one of these challenges. We want to spread the love. We're going to be giving away in each of those live classes tomorrow. So join in live. Wake up early. You don't realize how bloody hard it is to wake up for that 6 a.m. class. And if you think it's hard, imagine the instructors that are doing it every single day to help you get better. Show them some support by coming and joining in live tomorrow. I would love it if the 6 a.m. class had a massive turnout tomorrow of people that usually don't wake up early, that are going to take themselves out of their comfort zone tomorrow. Even if it's grumpy like Jay in your robe, he still shows up, he still does it. Like, I'm challenging you to do it and wake up tomorrow and do one of our live classes.
Love it. I'm so excited. And I'm even more excited for the workout tomorrow. Coach Lee, I hope you're ready, girl.
Yeah. Kate, I love you to bits. Thank you for coming on here with us. Team, we love you. Kate, you have to do the toodaloo with me.
Toodaloo.
Toodaloo, and goodbye. Bye.